Hi, I'm Brittney Saunders and welcome to Big Business, the place where business is far from boring, and today I'm recording on Gadigal land. Now, I somehow managed to build an empire from the garage underneath my house, and I'm here on Big Business to share it all with you, from the wins, the mistakes, the challenging times, and the funny moments in between. So whether you're in business already, perhaps you're not in the game at all, maybe you're just looking for some inspo, or you simply just want to hear the tea, this is the podcast for you. Coming up on today's episode, I'm talking all things email marketing, or EDM, whatever you want to call it. Now, a lot of people think that email marketing is very annoying, and I'm right there with you. I think it is too, and I've had some people say to me over the years, I hate email marketing, I delete that, I unsubscribe straight away. But believe it or not, email marketing plays a huge chunk in your business and in our business as well. So I'm just going to talk through it today, tell you all my tips and tricks, how to get started, things to avoid, mistakes you really don't want to make, and just all things ins and outs of email marketing. So let's just cut to the chase and get straight down to business. Email marketing. I don't know how many emails I get a day from businesses, but I swear it's just growing increasingly every single day. It's one of those things where you, from a consumer's point, like you almost hate it. And I'm right there with you. Like, I hate getting spammy emails in my inbox from businesses. And there are some businesses out there that I swear they just overdo it. Like, I swear there's some companies that I've somehow been subscribed to over the years, and they send like 4 a day sometimes. And I'm like, calm the fuck down. And it's those 4 emails a day from the same business that'll make me unsubscribe. But on the other hand, from the business owner's point of view, email marketing plays a huge part in businesses and also in fate, believe it or not. And I think that would surprise a lot of consumers and customers, because if you ask them, they'd think it's annoying as fuck. But I think if you do email marketing right, if you do it tastefully, if you're clever with it, and if you don't spam your audience, you can actually build your email marketing to be something that your customers enjoy seeing in their inbox. And I think that's what we do pretty well at Fate. We have never spammed our customers. At most, we do 1 or 2 emails a week, and that's all it's ever been. We would never just bulk spam and flood, but I'm sure there's so many businesses out there that are huge and successful that send multiple a day, and they probably absolutely kill it. Because as much as people say they hate it and as much people do hate it, people shop through those emails because we've got the stats to prove that. So let's get into it. How do you set up email marketing? It's actually really straightforward. And the reason why it's straightforward is because there's so many great platforms that you can set yourself up on that link straight to your website, and it'll kind of help you to get yourself going. For example, the platform that we use is called Klaviyo or Klaviyo. I don't actually know the right way to say it, but it's Klaviyo. I call it Klaviyo, but I think it's Klaviyo. But that's who we use. So when you're going to send out an email, you obviously can't just like send it from like your Gmail inbox or whatever. You've actually got to go through like a provider. Another one that a lot of business owners start out with is called MailChimp. But you can just Google, like the monkey, MailChimp.
What was that website YouTubers used to use to make like templates on? PicMonkey or something?
Yeah, I think that was a thing
called?
too. Yeah, PicMonkey, that rings a bell. So yeah, MailChimp, like MAIL, is another like good basic one. But there's so many out there these days, and you can just Google like email send out provider, EDM platform, and you'll find a heap. But I know that MailChimp and Klaviyo are up there. Now, the kicker is these platforms cost money. They cost a lot. Actually, do you want me to tell you how much the Fate fucking email marketing platform costs us a month? You're going to die. Now, I'm going to explain.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah, okay, don't guess yet. Let me just get the number up on the screen. So like anything, these people are going to want to make money out of you. So you've got to pay a monthly subscription to use their platform. And the way they get you is the more subscribers you've got, the more it costs. So if you grow your email list and you get more and more subscribers to your newsletter, they're going to charge you more to send them an email. Let me go to our billing. So we pay, I'm not going to tell you, you're going to guess.
Okay.
But it's because Klaviyo is US.
Okay.
So it's in US dollars, which is always more in Australia. So every month.
And this is obviously for the entire company. You're sending this email out
to every newsletter
Twice a week.
Yeah, or once a week and then sometimes twice a week. Okay. But it doesn't, so within this billing cycle or this charge, you can send as many emails as you want.
Can you say how many subscribers you have?
Maybe.
Or is that private information?
Oh, it's like over, like in the hundreds of thousands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well then, oh God, it's changed my number now. I'm just going to go with a safe $15,000 a month.
Xander, that is a lot.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, are they charging you 2 cents per subscriber? I don't know.
I don't know how it. No, so it's nowhere near that. Thank
God.
God.
Okay. I was at 10,000 in my mind before.
No, okay. So ours is 2,230.
Not even close. I was thinking first. I went 5,000,
yeah.
and then you're like, and they charge per subscriber. I went, oh, maybe it's 10,000.
No, so it's 2,230 US. So it's almost $3,500 a month.
But that's for one, like sending out the same email to all these people. You're paying two grand.
So I'm paying $3,500 a month.
Yeah.
To just have their platform. So I can send out as many emails as I want.
Okay.
You can send 1 a week, you can send 3 a week.
3 times 12 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's that a year? So if it's 3.5,
it's like almost $40,000 a year you spend.
Yep. So let's say it's 3,400 times 12.
Yeah.
$40,000 and $800.
Quick math.
For $40,000 and $800. That's how much it costs us to have that one platform. That's on top of the Shopify platforms, all of our apps, our shipping subscription, our shipping costs.
What can you guesstimate what your total cost would be for all these platforms you use?
Millions.
Wow, a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our business costs millions of dollars a year to run.
Yeah. I know, you just never, like, as a consumer, I would never think about any of those costs. Like, you just think, I'll just send an email from the company computer.
No,
you know what I mean?
This is the thing, like, you need a platform to send from, and they've got to make money off you somehow. So I'm pretty sure with Klaviyo, like, it wasn't that much when we first started, because it's like from 0 to 200 subscribers, this is the monthly rate. Then from 200 to 500, and it goes up the more and more your list grows up. And I think when I started, like, it might have been like $200 a month or something like that. But that's the first thing to know is if you're going to send, and you know what, there's probably some platforms out there that have like a free version where you can send up to this many people or whatever. But I've been sending these emails for years, so we're obviously paying. So that's how much it costs, $40,000 a year for us to just have the platform. And I absolutely love it. On these platforms such as Klaviyo, MailChimp, there's billions of others. I've just never used any others, so I can't give you any advice on that. You obviously can send out your newsletters. So, hey, we've got new arrivals. Here's all the pretty pictures and shop now. But you can also set up flows, which are really important. So flows are email campaigns that you have just permanently turned on that will send literal flows that you set up. So for example, we could do an abandoned cart flow. So you know how you're like on a website, you add a few things to cart and then you go, I don't want that anymore. And then 12 hours later, you get an email in your inbox to like, hey, we saw that you were looking. You can then like offer an incentive in there, like here's 10% off if you want to secure your cart now kind of thing. You can set up all those flows in Klaviyo. Abandoned cart flows. You can set up flows for whatever actions you want, which is really cool. And again, with things like that, and the great thing about all these online platforms is they've got tutorials for everything. You can also set up lists and segments in all of these platforms. So you could have like a VIP shopper segment and you can customize your segments to be whatever you want. Because the last thing that you want to do when you are a business is just send every single email to every single subscriber, because all those subscribers are different. You know, some subscribers in your newsletter might have subscribed 2 years ago and they've completely forgotten about you. But then you might have some VIP shoppers that shop once every 2 months. So then what you'll do in these platforms is you'll go in and go create a new segment, and then you can create a segment of your most highly engaged customers, the ones that shop with you all the time. You can do that based on their actions, because these platforms link back to your website. They can see what the customers are doing on your website. So then you might want to set up a VIP segment, and then you might want to send them special emails that's just going to a small list of people. Kind of like the whole Mecca Beauty Loop thing. Like it's segmented by people's spending activities. And I would highly suggest doing that. Don't just always send to your subscriber like newsletter list, even though it's the biggest one. All those subscribers are different. Break it down into segments and categories based on people's activity. You could even do an hasn't shopped recently segment. So you can go in and say, create a new segment, hasn't shopped once in the last 90 days. Boom. It will create that list of people for you based off your subscribers. And there you've got 300 people that haven't shopped once in the last 90 days. And from there you can go, all right, what kind of email am I going to send to these people who haven't shopped with me recently? So don't always think about the big picture. Don't always just think about your newsletter, which is everyone. Segment them down based on their activity on your website and the way that they engage with your brand. Now, in terms of designing emails, again, we do fucking everything in-house at Fate. And my advice always to all business owners is try and do as much things as you can within your own business. You can outsource companies that will do your email flows for you. They will set everything up. They'll design your newsletter or EDM every week. It's what it's called. But we do everything ourselves. We design our emails in Canva. Again, there's another subscription. Like everything costs, right? We got the Canva Pro subscription, everything. But we design all of our emails in Canva. And again, if like you're not sure on how to properly set up the shape of an EDM in Canva, jump on the internet and look up tutorials. Or TikTok is amazing for tutorials of this kind of stuff. It's like hard for me to like verbally just explain how to set up an email in a podcast. But everything that we know about email marketing, we have learned on YouTube, Google, and TikTok. It's fucking amazing. I have taught myself everything that I know about email marketing. I've then taught my team what I have learnt myself off the internet, and now they do it and I don't do it anymore. But it was something, and I used to love creating our newsletters because it's fun. Like it's pretty making things in Canva. You can have fun with it. You use all your photos and your text. So we create everything in Canva, and then what you do is you export it out of Canva like you would any other document that you've made. And then the cool thing about like Klaviyo, MailChimp, all those is you just drag and drop the photos in. Like it's really easy to use. At the start, it's a lot to get your head around. Just using any new platform is overwhelming, but it really is just like a drag and drop. You create everything in Canva and then you pull it over into Klaviyo, and then Klaviyo will allow you to add links so that, you know, everywhere that customers click on that newsletter, it's going to take them to the website or the particular product that you're promoting. And again, like I've been doing this for so long that I probably make it sound really easy, but if someone's starting this for the first time, it's probably like, what the hell? I remember when I was starting on Klaviyo, I'm like, how the fuck do I do any of this? But the good thing is, like, when you're signing up with someone like, I know this sounds like an ad for Klaviyo, it's not. If they want to sponsor us, I'm not going to say no though. But when you're signing up to a platform like Klaviyo, for example, and let's say you're like us and you're spending thousands of dollars a month with them, they've got support. So like I've lost count over how many times I've contacted Klaviyo in the past because I can't figure something out or a flow's not working or whatever it may be. When you're paying a premium for any kind of subscription for your business, you're going to have the support there. Not only will you get the support from like their team, but then you've got the support of like the internet and forums and TikTok. Like I wish I had TikTok when I started my business, because TikTok didn't exist when I started Fate. So if you wanted to figure out how to do something, you would have to Google it, read it in an old blog post, or look it up on YouTube. I love how easy and simple TikTok has made everything. So if you're starting to build your newsletter, you could jump onto TikTok and type in how to properly set up an EDM in Klaviyo, and I'm sure there would be 1,000 videos on TikTok showing you exactly how to do it. I freaking love TikTok for that. I feel like TikTok is the new Google, and it's so visual as well, which is amazing. So I guess the next question is, and a question that would be on a lot of people's minds when they're starting a business and wanting to build a newsletter is like, number one, is it important? Absolutely. Because it can seem like one of those things that's like too hard basket. Like, how do I even build a newsletter? Like, how do I get people to subscribe to it? But my advice would be absolutely start building that mailing list. even if it's just a tiny amount of people to begin with, I think the good thing to remind yourself is every business started out with no subscribers on their mailing list. Everyone started with none. My first piece of advice would be to just simply have your newsletter subscription box somewhere on the homepage of your website, whether that's up the top in the banner to be like, want to stay in the loop with us, pop your email in here. And again, you link that all through your like Klaviyo or whoever you sign up with. You'll see oftentimes the newsletter down the bottom of people's homepages on their website. And how do you get people to subscribe to them? It's by offering them an incentive. I feel like it's really hard to get someone to subscribe to any newsletter without offering them something. So I think when I first launched Fade, I think we did sign up to the newsletter and get 20% off, like your first purchase. So they have to put in their email and press OK and be on your newsletter to then get that flow. So going back to the flows. So then that flow would be set up in my backend. When someone subscribes to newsletter, send them this flow. And then they get that email with the subscription, with the 20% off code. And you can fully set that up in the back end that it's a unique code to every single person so that it's not just like welcome 20. You can set it up so that it's like a unique code for each person kind of thing. Because otherwise people will just be out there guessing. Like, have you ever gone on a website and typed in welcome 20 or welcome 10? Because I know I have. But that's the cool thing about these platforms is like you can set it up in the back end that it's going to give them a unique code every single time. But that's definitely a big one when it comes to getting people to actually subscribe is offer them a discount of some sort. Another way that I've seen businesses get people to subscribe to their newsletters, and we've done it before in the past, is do a giveaway. And part of the giveaway is they must subscribe to the newsletter. I feel like giveaways aren't the same as they used to be back in the day. Like we could do a giveaway where you just win a $100 Fate voucher and everyone would want to subscribe. Whereas now you see businesses, it's like win a Jeep, sign up to this newsletter. Like it's pretty extravagant now. Like I feel like consumers used to get a lot more excited over tiny little giveaways. Whereas now it's like, give me a 10 grand holiday and a car and then I'll sign up to your newsletter.
They seem too good to be true. Like if I saw like subscribe to the newsletter and you could win a Jeep, I'm like, I don't really think you have that Jeep and I don't think anyone's going to win it. Whereas if it's a voucher of like $200, I'm like, oh, I could actually get that one.
Chance.
Yeah.
No, so those giveaways are legit when you see businesses doing them. I saw Naked Harvest recently did it and it's just really clever. Like, I don't know how much. I think they were giving away a Jimny or something.
A what?
Jimny. Suzuki Jimny?
It sounds like a chimney.
No, it's
Suzuki
like
Jimny.
It looks like a Jeep, but it's the Suzuki Jimny. I'm pretty sure that's the kind of car they were giving away anyway. And that is a really clever way to get people on your mailing list. And that's exactly why brands do it. Like that's why people give away cars. It's to get people on that mailing list because let's say, for example, I purchase a $50,000 car and then I run a month-long giveaway to give away this $50,000 car. I've invested $50,000 into this giveaway, but really I've invested $50,000 into my email subscriber list. Like I'm spending money on advertising my business because then I'm going to run this social media campaign. I'm going to run ads and you're going to win this $50,000 car and you're going to get thousands and thousands and thousands of people subscribing to that mailing list. I can then go and email those people and make more than $50,000 in revenue. So really, like it's just that car is like an investment in my own business. And that's exactly why brands do it. You'll even see brands doing grand giveaways just before their Black Friday sale. Have you noticed, like recently, we've just finished kind of Black Friday period, but you'll notice a huge spike in giveaways being run by brands, like all these big giveaways. It's because they're building that mailing list so that they can do this huge giveaway, get tens of thousands of new subscribers, boom, hit them with a Black Friday sale email, make millions of dollars. It's all just clever marketing, honestly. And the more people you have subscribed to that mailing list, the better, because that's how you can generate revenue. And we didn't run that for our Black Friday this year, but that's what all brands do. Like, you know how they're like, we're shutting the website for 24 hours. Be in the first to know. Subscribe here. That's because they're just trying to get their subscriber numbers up.
You had the Fate giveaway, though.
Yes.
So that would have brought a lot of people in to like purchase from you, which may have added them to your mailing list.
Exactly right. Like that's why we do it. It's to create awareness around our brand and bring more numbers in. That's what it all is. And for our Black Friday, we didn't do like a landing page, because you know how like you see brands do an ad and it's like our Black Friday's coming, be the first in the know, subscribe here, and then you got to put your email in. Like that's just literally subscribing to their mailing list. But this year we didn't do that, which is a normal practice. It's not a shady thing to do at all. But instead what we did was we did it, but people had to enter our Fate Society Facebook group. So the whole thing was, we've got Black Friday coming. Don't miss out. Be the first in the know. Join our Facebook group, because we see our Facebook group to the same value as our subscriber email list. Even though we've got a lot more email subscribers than people in Fate Society, like I see our Fate Society group as being as valuable as our subscriber list, because it's a platform where I can communicate with our community.
You'd have like more word of mouth from the Fate Society than you would getting an email though.
And the other thing too is the Fate Society Facebook group is free. I don't have to pay $40,000 a year to have that highly engaged community that I can talk to. See? It's all very clever, isn't it?
She's not just a pretty face, guys.
She's not just a pretty face. So those are my practical tips for getting people to subscribe, is definitely offer them an incentive of some kind, like a discount, a welcome 10 or whatever it may be. And you can run paid ads and giveaways as well to get people to subscribe. But I wouldn't do that until you're at like a certain stage. Definitely don't go doing a huge giveaway to build your list if it's, you know, a huge reach or if you're new. But definitely ensure it's on your website, on your homepage. Chuck it in your link in your bio, and encourage your community to subscribe to your mailing list. Maybe you can launch a little campaign. Let's say your business is really new. Maybe you're going to be spilling a secret and people are only going to find out if they're subscribed to your mailing list. Encourage people to subscribe, because you don't want to miss this offer that I'm only going to share with our mailing list.
What's a piece of advice for people not to like get burnt as they enter this new venture of business? What should they avoid? Like what are little traps that could kind of make business owners end up paying more money than they should?
Ooh, I would say definitely explore the avenue of learning how to design your emails yourself rather than going straight to a marketing agency and having them do it. It's not to say that they don't do a great job, but like I said, your subscription to the mailing service that you use already costs. You don't then want to go and find this awesome company to make your emails for you and design them for you before exploring how to do that yourself. And again, like there's just so much free information out there on the internet, especially on TikTok. You could type into TikTok right now how to design an EDM in Canva, and you will find a billion tutorials. And if you're handy with technology already, if you're good with social media, if you're no stranger to Canva, it can be pretty easy to learn. Sure, it's going to take you longer, but it's going to cost you less in the long run. And you might end up enjoying it. I remember when I taught myself how to do it, I was like, fuck, I really enjoy like making these pretty emails. Like it was really satisfying and it was a task that I loved. And I remember when I gave it up to one of my employees, like that task, it was really hard to let go because I'm like, I actually really love doing those. So yeah, that would be my advice. And my second piece of advice would be don't overdo it. When you start building your email list, keep it at one a week. It's important to be consistent with your email marketing. You don't want to send one email every now and then, like once in a blue moon, because the other thing with email marketing as well, it's not so, like it is about obviously making sales through the email, but it's also just about remaining in people's minds. Like even if they see it and they delete it, they've seen Fate. Like you've thought of Fate when you saw that email and like you've deleted it and you're like, oh, bye. Like I do that every day. I go through and select, delete. But I have read all of those business names. So your email marketing is almost like just brand awareness as well. So keep it consistent with your emails, even if it's once a month or once a fortnight, but don't overdo it. Don't get excited because you've got 1,000 people that you can email and send them bulk emails, because you'll just get so many unsubscribes and you'll shoot yourself in the foot. So those would be my two pieces of advice. So So that's my little spiel on email marketing. It can be really overwhelming at the start, but my advice is take it slow, take it easy, find out what platform you want to use first. I can highly recommend Klaviyo. That's just because that's who we've used always and forever, but there are so many others out there. So I would definitely not jump the gun and just go with one. Have a look out there, compare all their plans and pricing, see if anyone's got a free trial period that you can use, which I'm sure all of them would. Like I'm sure even Klaviyo has a free one, but it's been a long time since I signed up with them. Take it easy and get some inspiration. I remember another thing that I did, and this can be my tip of the week, when I started sending out the fake emails, I created like a fake email address, just like a shitty one. And I went and subscribed to all the clothing label newsletters. Like I went on every website and subscribed to them all so I could see what they were all doing. What kind of style are they? Like, how are they laying out their images? I got so much inspo, and I remember like every month or whatever that I was creating one, because we weren't sending them out all the time, I would go through that inbox and take a look at them all and like get inspo for like how to lay out the photos and where to put the text and stuff. So that's another really good practical tip and hack that I did for ages. So yeah, take it easy. Use the internet as your tool to learn. You can learn freaking anything on the internet, especially when it comes to stuff like digital marketing. And sorry, it's not to shame any of you digital marketers out there who do it for businesses, because they're great businesses as well. But my advice, just from my experience, is try to learn it yourself, because it's actually really fun. Have fun with it. Don't overdo it. And use the internet as your learning tool. That's my tip of the week. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. I can't believe we're like wrapping up the year. I can't believe we're wrapping up the year. I don't even know what week it is at this rate, honestly. But anyway, I'll be back on Wednesday with my bonus episode. And remember to chase after your dreams as if they owe you money.